It's Jamie with Southeastern Soul Tribe. Let me get this camera straight. I hope you guys are doing well. If you haven't met me before, again, this is Southeastern Soul Tribe. My name's Jamie. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like my videos. And make sure to ring the bell so you get notifications if I ever post, or every day that I do a post. So I've had a lot going on today. Just a couple of updates. Starting Monday, my hours of release is going to get a little bit different because my hours are changing. I'm going to be at my day job from very early in the morning until after 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. So my schedule of release for my videos is going to be later in the day from now on, instead of around lunchtime. So just for those of you, kind of watch for that. When they release out on here, some of you, depending on your schedule, may not get to see them until the next morning or whatever. I don't know. I record live because I do it from my phone. It's a lot easier right now until I get more settled. Now that I'm changing up my work schedule and everything, all that should start panning out. It took me a while to get where I'm headed, and that's a good thing. And so, anyway, just giving you guys an update so you don't think that I'm going to get inconsistent again, because actually my stability is getting a lot better. Um, I actually received the download of the song for Pisces yesterday, and it's been in my spirit ever since. And I don't know why, because I've not heard it. It's actually an old song from when I was even a kid, I think, actually. Um, but I wasn't so sure. I don't know why I was questioning myself, because as soon as I pulled this pre-shuffle, that's why I still have it on the table. I want to show it to you guys. And then when the birds came to visit a while ago, oh, I got the whole message. So let's get into it, Pisces, and let's tell you what's going on with nature in my meditations and with a song. So Kenny Rogers did a song called "You Gotta Know When to Hold 'Em, Know When to Fold 'Em, Know When to Walk Away, Know When to Run. You better count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough to count on when the dealing's done." You remember that? If you don't, maybe you're too young. I don't know. You can look it up. I'll try to post a link. But Kenny Rogers did that song, and it's about gambling, right? And you just got to know when to hold them, when to fold them, because you're playing chess, not checkers, right? Unfortunately, in life, sometimes that's what you got to do. But I think this is about a relationship that you're dealing with of some kind. Sometimes you got to stand back and look at the bigger picture and figure out whether you ought to hang on to it or let it go. And then the number that came in broke down to the number 4. And I think about the 4 pentacles where you're just holding on or you're trying to maintain and stuff like that. And then the words, I got the quote, "Stop looking." I got "Celebrate freedom and autonomy. Rest, gain insight. Maintain what you have, but gratefulness is important." And then I pulled this spread here, and the most significant card, these are like background cards. Yes, you may be going down an appointed path. You may be in a contract that you've been trying to gain balance with the number 6. And you've been trying to gain balance and happiness in. But the thinking man in reverse came in saying, well, somebody in the scenario that you're dealing with is not operating in your best interest. Interestingly enough, I watched these two. I think they're warblers. They have yellow beaks. The man, or the man, the male bird. Of course, in bird world, the males are prettier than the females. That's not always true in humans. But, you identify as who you identify as, especially in the new world that we live in now. It is not the world of yesterday, especially not when Kenny Rogers did that song. However, these warblers were jumping around. I'm just going to call them warblers, and we're going to think that's what they are. If I'm wrong, well, I'm not a bird person. But they be speaking to me lately a lot, obviously. Watch one of my Libra readings, the Duck Duck Goose one. Anyway, so they're hopping around on the ground this time. And I watched the male jumps over, and he gets out of the grass a worm. And the female is hopping behind him. And first time he's got that worm in his mouth, and he's sitting there. It's almost like he was thinking about whether he should eat it or not. And she opens her mouth. And he don't look at her. So she hops right up next to him like this. So he turns around and gives the whole worm to her. And he goes to hunt another one. And she's like right on his tail now. She don't even stand way over here. But when he flew off, she flew off. They went together. So together, they were together. The male bird was acting in the best interest of the female. Now, this is not talking about gender equality. It's not about gender. It's about the fact that, well, most birds, they mate for life, but these two birds were mates. And one had the job of hunting, and the other one probably has a different job. We don't know. They're birds. But think about humans. We're all made, we have couples, people act together, but we should take some lessons from the way these birds are acting. You know why it might be the masculine's job to work like that? Well, she's laying eggs. She pushes the eggs out. She's the mama. She creates new life together with him. But maybe her job's heavier with that. Whatever her job might be. But I'm sure there's some equality there, and he don't carry the entire load. But it's his job to feed her and take care of her. And it's her job to likewise take care of him in some way as well, and her children. So, Pisces, today you may be considering whether you're in a relationship, either you or somebody else, or you're watching this go down in your environment, where one person in a partnership is not acting in the best interest of the other one. The birds were a great example for what we should be doing, although should probably ought to rethink all them shoulds in your life and who puts them out there. You should be the only author of what the word should belongs to in your life. Nobody else. If they don't pay your bills, if they're not your children, you didn't create them, and only then if those children are in some way not able to care for themselves, should they have an impact on the should in your life. I don't care if it's your mama or your dad or whatever. Unless they have a direct impact in your life for your well-being, the only person should be the author of the word should in your life is you. And it's always on you. Now, in bird world, they've mated. He's not going to argue with her about feeding her. He's probably not going to eat the worm without feeding her, because for them, it's an instinct. But we are humans with brains. So we decide the should. And if the person that you're dealing with decides that they should eat that worm and leave you hungry, even if it's not food, what if it's emotional? But if they decided that their should was that decision, then you probably should figure out a different should for yourself. Don't shit on me, and I won't shit on you. Right? I learned that from Miriam Kramer. Anyway, so that may be what you're dealing with. I'm not even shuffling these or rethinking. I think that this is what we're looking at here. The thinking man in reverse, it could be a masculine. I don't care about that. What do you identify as? You could be more masculine and have a vagina. I don't know. That's up to you. But the thing is, only you will know that. And it could be either way. There's an inequality in a relationship here, and I think this is what this reading is going to be about. We're going to use light seers. We're going to pull a spread from Tarot, Pisces, and see. You got to know when to hold them, when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You just got to know. And only you can make that determination. This could be about investments for Pisces. If you got a business partner that's not acting in your best interest, you better know when to hold them, when to fold them. Because if you don't look out for yourself, ain't nobody else going to do it, right? Show me Pisces and their relationships, love, romance, or whatever's most on their mind right now. Sometimes it's even with your kids. That's a hard rope to walk, guys. I'm going to tell you right now because I've been walking it. Well, whatever it is, somebody's coming out of a place of feeling left out about it. There could be some money lost here. 5 Pentacles down, especially if you were sitting in 10 before. I mean, you could have lost half your money or whatever. When I see the number 5, I think about half of something a lot of times. But 5 of Pentacles in reverse means I used to feel this way, not so much now. What's crossing that? Six of Swords. It's only your responsibility to take you to a calmer place. This is just now coming into your spirit, Pisces, that this is the only way to calm things down. And you got to stop looking at feeling left out about something. So taking yourself on the calmer space. I notice in this, I mean, she is sitting in the middle of the water, but her suitcase is packed. She's folding. Show me the recent past. There was lack of judgment in the recent past, or we didn't want to make a judgment call, and our higher self was talking to us, and we chose not to make a judgment. What was that judgment about in the recent past for Pisces? It had something to do with healing, maybe an Aquarius, and also about something that kept us up at night. But we're coming out of that space. We realized there was a lack of judgment. For lack of better judgment, we weren't looking at it. There's no healing here. The hopes and dreams were dashed a little bit, and we're starting to just not feel so bad about it. And the 5 of Pentacles being in the reverse is in the current position. Yes, things are going to calm down. It's all about the way that you look at it too, you know. Show me in the hopes and dreams section for Pisces. All right. King of Pentacles. We want to be able to be abundant on our own, or we're dealing with an earth sign. So far we've got obviously yourself, Pisces, or could be dealing with one, but you may be dealing with an Aquarius and also a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is masculine, but in the upright though, we want somebody to act right. We want our earning power and our stability to feel intact. This guy could do it. And if that's your energy, well, then that's you in your upright with earning power, knowing you can do it on your own. Your masculine pinnacle energy is stout. And this is Queen of Cups. This could be you, Pisces, feeling my heart's full of love. It's open. I'm listening for spirit here. Just give me the message that I need. But there's still a little bit of stubbornness here on the new opportunity. Like you're not seeing right now the new opportunity, or you haven't been wanting to look at it, or you're afraid to see for some reason what the new thing might entail. What's coming in the near future for Pisces? Okay, Queen of Cups is in the upright over here, but the King of Cups in reverse is, I feel a certain way. I'm emotional about something. My emotions are full about a particular thing, but I'm not showing it. And here's that number 4. No, it's not number 4. This is the Knight of Wands. This is going forward in celebration and confidence into the future. But we're going to pull back on our emotional state. It's almost doing something more logically with passion and not putting our emotions into it anymore. We're taking emotions out of the equation regardless of how we feel about it. We want to be open to it, but it hasn't done us any good in the past to express that, so we're going to hold on to it. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. And this is knowing when to walk away, but with a smile on your face. The Knight of Wands. But that can be very non-committal too. But if you don't have anything to go toward except for whatever your passion is, then that can be a good card. It can be exciting. It's got a lot of fire energy behind it, so it gets you excited. That fire energy is needed. It's tapping back into your egoic space, and that can be good. What else for Pisces? What else do they need to know? Where are they headed in the near future with this Knight of Wands? You didn't get the whole truth from someone. I always look at this of being coachable or someone working together, but you're celebrating despite the fact that you didn't get the truth. Or you could be dealing with a feminine, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. There was a lack of teamwork here for sure. But you're going to be dropping that. Yes, you're looking at it, but your eyes are almost shut to it too. Like you're going to hang on to your fire. You're going to hang on to your passion about it. And you're going to allow that to be more of a logical decision right now. Logical, passionate decision, not emotional. What's an external factor in this decision going forward for Pisces? What is external influence? Okay. 8 of Swords. In real life, physical world, if you're looking at it in that way, somebody could be in jail or something like that. But this is also, our mind has us hung up on something here. This is an outside influence of this. And not wanting to look at nostalgia, trying to stay out of our feelings and emotions about it, and even though we're in our head, in both of these cards, in the middle of it, we're trying not to look at it. We don't want to look at the past. That's what I'm saying. If we look at those things, it's going to cause us to drum up emotional, and we're trying to make a more logical choice. We're pulling out of the emotions that were so heavy previously. Too much water can put out a fire. And if sometimes Pisces can get real heavy in that. Intuition is heavy over here. What is the potential outcome for Pisces? Somebody's not making a plan here. There's a Virgo. This Virgo could be not making plans or not, they don't have their routine together. There's something about that. They're not making a decision and they're not looking at it. Either them or you don't want to look at a Virgo who's not acting in their highest good. The Virgo being in reverse here, there could be I noticed the Virgo in this depiction is a feminine. The air sign in this one is a feminine. The masculine and feminine water sign is here, but the masculine's in reverse. So we're not showing love at all, even though we feel it. We're open to receive it, but we're not giving none out now. There may be a combo water and earth energy or Virgo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius combo or something like that where they're not making plans. You're not getting a lot of truth. Somebody's blind to it, turning our backs on it. What else for the outcome for Pisces? Okay. This is going ahead and taking a leap forward. There's a lot of passion behind it. It's a page of wands, or we might be sending out a message all about no longer making an investment here. The Seven of Pentacles being in reverse. I'm not growing. No more trees over here. I'm plucking this up by the roots, or I'm just going to leave them seeds sown and just walk off, but I'm not putting anything else into it. Anything else on this for Pisces? No more. There also could be a childish fire energy here. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Yep. Taurus energy in the upright. No longer investing in a home. I'm not investing in a higher commitment. I'm happy by myself or whatever. Or I'm just going to stay at the house. I'm happy here anyway. Or this could be, I'm making a higher commitment to myself. Or it could just be a Taurus. A Taurus is acting in the upright and upstanding to their commitments, their plans, their stability, and all that. Acting in the upright. So Taurus energy is good. On the bottom, what we don't see coming here, Sagittarius is in the reverse or something. We have lost. We're losing patience here. And this is also a husband, Aries, Libra, Taurus masculine that is not acting right either. Husband, spouse, business owner, somebody like that. There's a lot of impatience around that and a lot of defensiveness. I'm noticing that the feminine that's being defensive is looking straight at the Sagittarius, Aries, Libra, Taurus energy, and they're both masculines and she's a feminine. There's a lot of defensiveness, ignoring, just sitting here with all our wands up like, nope, can't see ya. Growing the pentacles on this other side going forward into the future. Nine of Pentacles. It almost looks like a white owl, but it could just be a pigeon or something, a bird, but, maybe sending a message out or a new offer somewhere. But somebody's no longer looking at options, and these 3 cups are walking away into the future toward their star. Somebody may be headed back toward an Aquarius, but it's in the upright this time. There's a lot of teamwork here. There's 3 feminines. another side note, we may have decided to pull back and offer a new opportunity with a Virgo or Gemini. There's a tower falling down with that, or we've created, there's an epiphany around it and somebody's running away from it. Something about the truth and headed straight toward another lesson. Yeah, there's still a torch burning for that one, but it's a lover's choice that's not being made. Gemini's heavy in that, and we don't want to let something here go down the drain. We may not talk about it or talk about the truth around it, but there is definitely an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius looking directly at this Gemini, or could be looking at you. No, the back is turned to Pisces. There's an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius with their back turned to Pisces. Could be Leo, but they're not gonna talk about it. But they've watched some stuff go down the drain here with a Gemini. Oh gosh, there's Leo again. There's not going to be a celebration or travel, something around a Leo here. It may happen pretty fast, and that'll end the cycle with the world. Pisces, that's a side note. It's a separate situation. There will be communication about that, and there's the Four of Cups. We may look at that communication, but that may instigate a lot of growth. And then there is an air sign, a King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius looking straight at an Aries, Libra, or Taurus, Empress. A king looking at an Empress with a lot of lessons behind them here. Something there wasn't an equal give and take about in the past, and there was no justice there, and all the cups got poured out. Then someone walked away toward a Scorpio who was not acting right, who did not go through the death cycle, and they got stabbed in the back big time. Yep. Cancerian energies here. It was still under the moon, and there may be a Cancerian here that comes together in a Two of Cups in this scenario, or it may involve a Cancerian. That's what's happening on a side note for Pisces, if you were wondering, Pisces. But over here, you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. Because somebody has gotten hurt. They're taking their emotions out of it, and they're making a more logical decision going forward. And if that's you, it's probably a pretty smart thing to do, because there was an inequality going on back here. Let's see with the Rider Waite if there's any more advice real fast for Pisces. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides for Pisces. Is there any advice you'd have for Pisces right now? For our Pisces collective? Yeah, pull back. Because this Three of Pentacles was in reverse back here too. You need to stop working. It may involve third-party energies. You may need to pull back on that too. But this is also, quit trying to create teamwork here. Anything else for Pisces advice? There's a toxic pattern or something like that. Spirit's asking you need to drop that. Might be a Capricorn, but got to stop working with that too, because there's a toxic chain to that, or a toxic pattern that we're trying to get rid of, and we no longer want to work with that, or we don't want to work with Capricorn energy anymore, or you're being advised to drop that. What else? There's a Virgo and Gemini still in play here. No more working with Gemini Virgo either. What else? Maintenance phase. Here's that 4 again. Remember I said back here we were coming down to a 4 with our number. That's the number that we got. And here's the 4 again. This is maintaining what you have. There's one person in this scenario sitting in his chair holding on to what he has. A lot of times that's holding on too tight, but right now we're being asked to maintain. Stop manifesting with a Capricorn, or it's time to make a choice whether you hold on to what you have in complete gratefulness for what you have and create a maintenance thing and break this toxic pattern that we've had in the recent past of third-party energies or working with people who are not giving equally to you. Anything else for Pisces? There's a King of Wands here. This is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius who's not operating in the highest good of all. Or this may feel like or it could be about your self-confidence. You can have dignity or take your dignity, you know. Work on your self-confidence. It's in the reverse. Pull back on the action part of your passion. Pull back your passion of how much you go at somebody or whatever. Something about the intuition or hiding things. We're being asked to listen to our intuition a little bit more because we've not been, and to not keep so many things hidden and stop making emotional gestures or messages. Stop sending those out. If you've been trying to talk to somebody, yeah, there's a decision being made. There's some juggling around a Leo and getting the swords pulled out of our heart. And a celebration around a Leo and no longer having our heart broke. We need to pull back on giving to and allow this rebirth cycle or something around a Scorpio. There's not an equal give and take with the Scorpio here. There's a reconnection on the table that we're tossing back and forth. It has something to do with healing, a heart healing in a Leo energy, or going toward our happiness. There's 2 red flags. There's only 1 red flag. If you choose your happiness or whatever, there's only 1 red flag on the play, but it's happy and celebratory. But if you add that third party or go into celebration here with more than 1 person, you're looking at adding another red flag to the play. All right. Sometimes red flags are not heart-shaped. I know we like to look at them that way, but they're not. Anyway, Pisces, that's what I got for today. Just remember, like Kenny Rogers says, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. That's your message for today. Like, share, subscribe, Pisces, ring the bell so you get a notification when I post again. Thank you to all my supporters. It's growing. Welcome to the tribe if you're new, and until next time, Pisces, much love and light to you and yours.